Hey y'all, hope y'all having a good day today. Um, I got um another box from my Amazon wish list, and it was more kitty food for the feral cats. Y'all do not know how much I appreciate this. Um, they came from Jen, and Jen, and I probably know who you are, and I can't think of it. Please post in this video if you see it and tell us that you sent it, so I know who sent it because I just cannot remember. But it came from Jen from Amazon off my wish list. I thoroughly appreciate it. Um, Lisbeth had sent me 12 bags of food, and I was feeding six feral cats. And Smokey got ran over a couple, 3 weeks ago, and she was one that would kind of let me touch her, and I'd gotten attached to her, coming up and sitting with me every night and eating, even though I couldn't just like reach out and hold her. She got ran over, and right across the road over there, I can see where she was laying at, and I could, anyway, I could see her laying over there, and I got up and I went out and looked, and well, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. I had taken Java out to go potty one morning, and I seen something over there, and I was like, "What is that?" And I brought him in, and I forgot to look, so I sat down and I looked back over out the door because I had my storm door or my door open, but my storm door closed, and it's full glass, so I can see all the way across the road, and I saw her um, laying over there, and I got up and I went out there to see what it was, and it was her. Um, she had had a litter of kittens, and that's the only way I knew it was her because she won't let me touch her much. And the kittens are grown now; they're about Bobette's age. I don't know where they. There were three mama cats had kittens here at one time. They were all under our carport, and I was feeding all of them. There were about 13 kittens and three mamas, and I don't know how many toms roaming around. Um, I need to get them fixed. I need to take them to a free clinic that fixes cats, um, and get them neutered. But I don't want, or neutered and spayed. I don't want to do it if they're pregnant because I do not want, and I don't know if this is even a thing. I just don't want them doing an abortion on them. I don't know. I'm very tenderhearted. People are probably looking at me in this video right now saying, "What the hell?" But y'all, I'm very tenderhearted. I can't stand to see something suffer, and I could not stand the thought of Callie, Blackie, Bobette, and Mask. I couldn't stand the thought of them having their female parts taken out and having babies in there and aborting the babies. I don't even want to think about it. Anyway, thank you, Jen, for the cat food. Please, if you see this or if somebody knows who she is, tag her so she can come in here and tell me it was her because all it says is Jen. And there was no address of no town where she's from. It was just Jen. So, Jen, please let us know who you are. Um, and those of you that may not have seen it, Elizabeth sent the 12 bags of food, and Minnie sent me a gift I got on Saturday. That was posted Saturday, where I showed Saturday or Sunday, where I showed what she had sent. I think it was Sunday. If you didn't see it, go back and look at that video. Um, let's get into this Amberlynn video because y'all, Heifer doing another mukbang, and she's supposed to be losing weight. Take it away.
Hey guys,
Hey, Porcarina, and you know you're earning that title. You're earning it. You have earned your title, Porcarina, because you love to eat on camera, Porcarina.
welcome to a new mukbang. So I'm a little shaken up.
Girl, you ought to be.
I got
I
a
imagine when you walked from that kitchen to that table, all that lard was jiggling around like jello.
phone call before I sat down. I had all my phone, sorry, like I said, I'm a little I had all my food ready to rumble, and then I got a phone call. I've been playing phone tag with my doctor's office. So we'll get into that.
Please do.
I had a few topics I wanted to talk about.
Is she going to tell us she has carpal tunnel now? Or did she injure her wrist? Does anybody know? Because I don't know, which she may tell us. But I have severe carpal tunnel in my right hand, and it's not quite as bad in my left hand. I have been checked. I've been shocked. And I think the first shot the doctor was, or the, can't think of what he is. He's a specialist. Not endocrinologist. I have one of those too for my thyroid. It's not going to come to me, but anyway, it was like about the first shock he did on my hand. He's like, "You're severe carpal tunnel." I'm like, that explains why my hand goes to sleep when I get in the car and drive not even a mile down the road. Anyway, let's get back to this.
Today, I guess,
Neurologist. That's what he is. He's a neurologist.
we'll get around to them, hopefully. So, obviously, we have an apple.
Yeah, is that rice cakes? Because if it is, those are both carby items.
I want to start off by saying I have been having the hardest time
That side looks okay, but
finding
that
a
side
doctor
no.
that works for me.
Girl, you need to
If
stop.
you guys ever feel
You don't like what doctors tell you, so you're shopping around till you find one that'll tell you what you want to hear. So stop it. Stop it.
like something's wrong within your body, keep fighting for that.
Girl, there's a lot wrong with your body. How can you not know that?
Because a lot of doctors kind of bypass certain situations. This recently happened with a friend of mine. She knew something was wrong. And it turns out she went to a few doctors and they ignored her. And she was right. Something is very wrong. That's like personal. We don't have to get into that right now.
You're not telling us who it is, so you may as well tell us what happened. It's not like we can pinpoint it. But you don't have many friends, so Hannah or Rafe, Destiny or Dana. That's about your 4 friends outside of the house that aren't around you all the time having to wear the gas mask to cut the stench from your body odor.
Here we have tuna boats with celery. I'm sure this has been done before.
Girl, that's fine. That's not too bad. But damn, you got 4 of those things.
I've never seen it. I randomly was like, tuna sounds good, but so does celery. So I just kind of came up with this. I hope it's good.
Kind of like a pimento and cheese on a celery stick. Don't do it. Do not do it.
It's good. Yay! So, as you guys know,
Yeah, we know.
I've been through my fair share of doctors, and
We know that.
none of them seem to take me like as seriously as I would like. And I feel like when you have
Girl, how can you take somebody serious when they don't take their body serious? I have messaged you. I have posted under videos in the past telling you about me having gastric sleeve surgery and losing weight, trying to encourage you to make the move. And when you finally broke down and went to a weight loss doctor, I don't know if it's because you saw my comments and instant messages and just didn't bother responding, or if you did it because you've seen people commenting so much about it. But when you went, you didn't want to follow the professional's advice. When did you become a doctor, Porcarina? Porcarina, MD.
a doctor you see someone, you should have like, you should feel safe when you're in their care.
So doctors are only human. They do make mistakes.
Also have me pickles. I love pickles.
Southern sweet tea. Not made by Starbucks, made in my own kitchen. The real kind of sweet tea. You like my tea too, don't you?
My friend Dana, which I'm sure you guys know her, obsessed with pickles. I don't blame her. They're so good. So I mentioned that I went to the doctor. I think it's been twice. So I mentioned that I went to the doctor.
Oh, damn it.
I think it's been twice.
I'd messed up. Y'all give me just a second trying to find something.
In the last 2
Oh my God, it's pissing me off. Hold on, y'all.
So I mentioned that I went to the doctor.
I messed up.
Twice in the I think it's been twice in the last 2 weeks.
Oh.
I'm sure you guys know her.
If I don't get it this time, I'm going to go on.
I don't blame her. They're so good. So I mentioned that I went to the doctor.
Y'all, I can't get it, but did you see the tongue? That drives me freaking nuts. I cannot stand it.
It's been twice.
Well, I'll be damned. I back up and I stop right on it. If I have to look at it, my glasses are filthy. If I have to look at it, I want everybody else to have their fair share of looking at that. Everybody check it out. Everybody take a moment to gander. And not only does she stick her tongue out, she makes the smack sound like. Ugh. Oh, she's so. I don't know how to explain it. I think y'all all know she's so extra. And I got an eye doctor appointment Thursday. I cannot wait to get these damn glasses fixed right there where that break is right down the middle and it goes into my reading glass area. Let's carry forth.
I mentioned that I went to the doctor.
You sure did. Oh, that was it. That was the one right there.
In the last 2 weeks.
We ain't going back.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh. It's bad enough having to watch you eat. Girl, you say that so good about everything you put in your mouth. If somebody served you a dog turd wrapped in crunchiness, you would be like, so good.
What I put in mine, tuna, light mayonnaise, pepper, and garlic powder and onion powder. And it's perfectly fine. That's just the fast version. If I was like, not in a hurry, which I was because I really wanted to film this for you guys. Not in a hurry.
No, you were in a hurry because you were ready to eat. It wasn't because you were just specifically wanting to film this. Girl, you wanted to eat. And I want you to tell us what happened to your arm.
Some onion, chop up some celery, which I already have. So you guys should definitely try this. It's so good. So, I have been debating back and forth if I want to sit here and like talk about my health.
About what? That diet that you're on that you're not on?
I go through moments where I'm like, of course I do. I want people to know what's going on with me. And then I have moments where I'm like, but do I want everyone to know? For drinkage today.
Yes, I've drank those. As a matter of fact, I've got one right here. I'm not supposed to be drinking them. Look, me and you twinning today, Big Pork Arena. I'm not supposed to have them because they're like a carbonatedness, but they're not they're no points or not points. They have no carbs in them, so
Sparkling water. Sometimes I need that carbonation. This is the only sparkling water that I like. It's the brand Sparkling Ice. This one's the orange mango. So,
yeah. While I'm thinking about it, Beth had picked up a case while we were at Sam's. This is black raspberry, and she got black cherry or something like that because she got the pack of the berry ones, the assorted 24 pack or whatever. And doing an Amberlynn getting spit stuck. Anyway, the black raspberry and that I think it's black cherry. Ugh. I can't stand them. We've got about 10 of them in the refrigerator. I said, take them to work and give them to those nurses you work with. Those of y'all that don't know, Beth has a chemistry degree, but when we moved back home, there's not very many jobs here in chemistry, so she couldn't find anything in her field. So now she's back in school, going to school for nursing. Hopefully, we'll get to travel when she gets there and gets experience. I need to get out of here.
ooh,
Why does she always feel the need to go? Ugh.
that hits just right. So good. Mango flavored things are bomb. So, I got rid of my bladder infection for a little bit. It's back. Hi.
Y'all, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't a bladder infection start as a urinary tract infection and it moves up? Or I don't see. I don't know. I'm not a female, so I don't know how that works. But could it be caused from uncleanliness and not cleaning your bottom very well and getting germies up in there?
I'm in a lot of pain majority of the time. Okay.
And y'all, while I'm thinking about it, she obviously, when she had her belly button rotting, obviously had not had a bath, not washed with a rag or at the sink or nothing in her belly button for it to be rotting inside like it was. That was disgusting, and I bet it smelled of sweat funk. And if you live in a and you have a yard like we do, and not in a city like New York where you don't have yards to get out and work in, you get out there and you work for 2 or 3 hours in the yard, and you come in and you're like nasty, and you have to get a bath and clean your belly button and all. But she ain't been cleaning her belly button. That That thing was literally rotting with a cotton patch growing in there from all the cotton off of her shirts. Oh, she's so nasty. Oh, I can't even picture Becky laying in the bed beside her because it's got stink. That's if they're still together because Elizabeth and I were talking last night and we're wondering. Elizabeth brought up a good point. Are they not together anymore? Because she's never in videos with her. And I didn't think about that because Amber gave us an excuse and said she just don't want to be in videos. But Elizabeth, thank you for pointing that out because that's been on my mind ever since we talked about that last night. I'm thinking along the lines with Elizabeth, something's going on here. And y'all, sometimes I call Beth Elizabeth, but I'm talking about Elizabeth up in New York.
Not a doctor, but from my understanding, UTIs turn into bladder infections. Bladder infections can travel to your kidneys. Then you can get a kidney infection, and then you can get kidney failure. It's a process. And every time I went to a doctor,
There again, I'm not a female, and I know males can get UTIs, but I've never had one. Thank goodness. Thank God. Uh, can't you tell when you have a UTI? I mean, Molly, our Cavalier King Charles, had a UTI, and we knew she did because she kept trying to go potty and she couldn't ever pee. Or she'd get just a little bit out, and she'd step 3 or 4 feet and try again. And we carried her to the doctor. This is way back when she was much younger. And she had a UTI and put her on medicine. But can't you tell when you have a UTI before it travels up to your bladder?
they never did labs on me when I would go for this problem. Like they never did, and I just thought that was so weird because labs
Girl, you thought something was weird and didn't think you were? Okay.
can tell you a lot about your health.
Lord, I gotta shut up. We got 35 minutes of this to go through.
I feel like I have so much food today, but so much to talk about. Give me a moment. I'm gonna do a little bit of eating.
Girl, we ain't doubting it. We can see it.
I feel like the food wasn't close enough to you guys.
Well, we ain't trying to take it because I imagine you'd slap our hand if we did. You need to go get more pickles. You didn't get enough pickles. Oh, she dropped a piece. She was eyeing it. Y'all see her? She was like, that ain't getting away from me. Mm. That chicken under the sea just went down the hatch.
You could do so much with this. If you don't like tuna,
Yes, I like tuna. I like tuna salad. I like chicken salad. Oh, she just stuck her tongue out again.
I know there are channels reacting to me eating, which is so bizarre.
What's bizarre about that? What's bizarre to everybody else, including myself, is you weigh 650 pounds almost, and you're sitting there eating 2 platefuls of food.
That's a whole other subject, but it's just funny because are watching the reaction channels are watching. So they're watching someone watch me eat. It's a funny concept.
We're not watching you eat. We're critiquing you.
I finally found a doctor who cares. She is
bomb diggity. Girl, probably ain't no man doctor wanting to stick his hands up in there and check your nasty hoo-ha. Ugh. Cottage cheese city.
I wish.
Oh my god, I just made myself sick.
So everyone's gonna have her. Because she's kind, sympathetic, understanding, super smart. Like, she even drew like a diagram. I could understand my body better and like kind of what's going on. She was a patient.
She had to draw a diagram. She had to draw a diagram of your female part so you could understand. You graduated from high school. I think you went to school for at least one semester. You're living with your girlfriend, or you were with your girlfriend. I don't know if y'all are still together or not. And you had to have the doctor draw you a diagram of your body parts? Did she draw the udders in the picture too to show you where they were located?
She was like, "Do you have any questions?" And of course I did, because I'm worried about my health.
She worries about her health, but she won't lose weight.
She went above and beyond for me. And
Shug, she's getting paid the big bucks to sit and draw you a diagram of something you should have learned in health class in high school.
I honestly couldn't ask for more.
Was she wearing a gas mask to be able to handle being in the room around you? She's having to gather her thoughts, but the first thought was she wasn't going to put that celery down. She was going to eat it.
I was going to wear earrings today. Oh, I forgot.
Excuse me.
They were a cute pair too. Oh. So she ran all of the necessary tests.
You don't have health insurance. Girl, you need to get a policy. You need to call Blue Cross Blue Shield and get an individual blue policy or whatever it's called now. Girl, you need to get some insurance.
I didn't even have to ask her. She just...
Girl, you don't normally have to ask them. If you're a new patient, they want to get everything checked so they know something.
Knew what to do. And what I needed. Like, this is going to sound ridiculous, but you guys know I'm an emotional person. I cried to her.
Do y'all notice that she don't go and look for a doctor? It seems like every time she goes to one, it's a female. And I have no problem with going to a female doctor. As a matter of fact, mine and Beth's family physician, when we lived in Mobile, we had found a lady that we really liked, and we were using her. I used a lady when we moved back, but it was a long ride to get to her, so I just started seeing a doctor here in town. But anyway, it's like she seeks out women doctors.
Because when I go to so many doctors and like I get the same outcome every time, it's kind of like I start to think I don't care anymore. Like, I'm just gonna give up, but this was my last chance to fight for myself, and it was so relieving. It was like the weight was taken off my shoulders that I found her. It was like she was placed in my life for a reason. I firmly believe that everything happens for a reason. So
School buses are still out taking kids home. There's about 2,500 kids in 9 through 12 at the high schools, but a lot of them drive to school and parents take them to school. We got 5 or 6. We've got one kindergarten school. We've got 5 or 6, 1 through 6, and 2 junior highs and 1 high school. Uh, high school's over here back behind us over here. These buses around here run all hours of the day, it seems like.
she did my labs, and she told me.
Oh, it's 4:43. That's why I said that, because I looked out the door and saw that bus go by. That's what made me think about that.
I will call you if anything shows. Okay?
Why does she take her food and dab it?
I have never had anything ever. It was fasting labs, by the way. So
Tell us about your diabetes.
I didn't eat for 16 hours.
I don't know what time your appointment was, but girl, all you got to do is not eat after midnight and go at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning.
I wanted to be. Plus, I've been doing a lot of fasting anyways with the whole 16-hour thing. So
Girl, it ain't helping you.
Do I get hungry towards the end of it? Duh. But I mean, I wouldn't be able to do that, a year ago. But so it was fasting labs. So everything was able to be seen and figured out, right?
Ugh. Y'all, I could see her being like one of those people that swallowed those long knife things or swords or whatever, lean her head back and drop that whole stick of celery down her throat and it just land in her stomach without having to chew it. Come on, Amby. That's one I ain't said in a while. Hunt back, Amby. Because if y'all are familiar with the humpbacks, where that fat pad is behind her neck on her back.
So.
And y'all, if y'all didn't see it, somebody had posted a picture in one of the groups I'm in of her with her butt showing, and it said something about that it would be the back back to ride somebody's back or something like that, because you could just sit on her shelf ass and hold on to her shoulders and she could carry you around. Sorry, it was funny to me.
It's always on silent.
Let me guess.
I even have
you just happened to see it and it was meant to be.
Vibration turned off. And so when someone calls me or texts me, I don't know until I look at my phone. I don't get many calls anyways, so it's like no big deal. And texting, you can reply to that when you want. So, the office closes where I go and get seen at a certain time every single night, Monday through Friday.
Don't most doctor's offices do that, Amberlynn? Poor Karina, that's not just standard in that town you live in. I'm going to say what town it is For those that don't know, I'm not saying it. But anyway, that's not a Kentucky thing, sweetheart.
I'm sitting here. I was working on my puzzle because I've been puzzle obsessed.
Because she has such an adventurous life.
Very therapeutic.
Were you on your lunch break or your 15-minute break, Amberlynn?
Me and my friend were texting each other.
Who, Dana? Or Destiny? Ugh.
So I'd look at my phone randomly and reply. And I happened to notice a number called me. And I was like, what is this? Usually when that happens, I'll call back. So I called back. I wasn't expecting it to be my doctor's office because they were closed. It was nighttime.
Poor Karina. Just because an office is closed does not mean the doctor's not there writing in charts and putting notes in them. The lab staff may still be there running stuff that has to be ran by that day. Um, People do stay after and work on stuff after places closed. That's nothing new, sweetie. Okay?
But it was.
Of course, if you have never had a job before, you would know that. Or wouldn't know it since you ain't had a job.
It was 2 hours after the office closed, which I was like, okay, that's really weird. So I called and no one was answering. That's probably why, because they were closed. They called me 2 hours after they were closed. And I missed the call by 2 minutes. So I want to make that be known. So it was 2 minutes after they called me. I tried calling back and no one was answering. I think it's because they didn't know it was me, that it could have been like anyone. And they're not really supposed to call after hours. So, it made sense.
Who made the rule that you're not supposed to call after hours? Is that an Amberlynn rule that she wants the world to go by?
And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to call when I wake up. I called when I woke up.
What time was it? About 2 in the afternoon?
And again, no answer. So this time I left a voicemail. Well, the head office answered, and then they transferred me. And that's where they didn't answer because clearly they were busy. So I just left a voicemail.
Get on.
The whole night, last night, I was nervous. I have some more things going on with my body that I won't share with YouTube. Mainly because it's like, I might have mentioned it in passing, which I later on regretted, but...
Girl, you ain't been passing with us. Because I assure you, if I was to walk by you on the street, I would have to step back and start taking pictures or videoing that shit and send it to TMZ and get paid for it because, girl, videos of you out in the wild is worth some money.
I'm worried about my health. You can only be this big for so long until something tragic happens.
Is she trying to tell us the stuff that we've all been telling her already, and now she's trying to make it sound like she's been educated and we don't know it, and she's trying to tell us? Poor Karina.
what worried me the most is like they called me after hours. So I was thinking something like in my labs were like that, okay? Something did show up, okay? The only time something has ever showed up in my labs is every time I have cellulitis. Because obviously it's an infection. And
Duh.
usually I have a very high white cell count in my blood when I have cellulitis. And that's
How long do you let it go for? I mean, I've had it one time, and it stemmed from, I think, like a bug bite or something. As soon as I started feeling the heat of the rash coming up on my arm, I went to the doctor and got checked, and I didn't wait for it to spread and get into my blood system and all that kind of stuff. Girl, you either it's somewhere that you can't see it, or Becky's scared to look and tell you if she sees something, or you should be able to tell when you get cellulitis. I knew what it was instantly.
the only time ever I've gotten abnormal labs done. And when
I'm calling some straight up bullshit, because there was no way that you weigh 650 pounds and you've never had uh, pre-diabetes or something. I mean, I'm not buying that.
when I say labs, I mean like getting my blood drawn. I'm sure everyone knows that already. Which I've been very grateful for my body. Never getting back bad labs, you know. My first thought was, well, I had two. Something really is wrong with my kidneys, which they'd be able to detect in the labs, or I do have diabetes.
Yeah, we believe
Neither of
that.
those are it. Like I said, I was fasting. I don't have diabetes. I'm not even pre-diabetic. I am beyond grateful for that. Still to this day and age, I am very grateful. It didn't look like anything's wrong with my kidneys. Okay, so that's good stuff.
Is she stringing us along and shoving ads as close together as she can, and just stringing us along to come out and tell us at the end that she's not going to tell us what it was? You better not do that to us, Porcarina. This is being released today, and she said she went to the doctor the day before, and then they finally called her, or she called them or something back the next day. So did she go to the doctor yesterday? Is that why we didn't get a video yesterday? Or did we get one yesterday? I can't remember if we did or not. I don't think we got one yesterday, because it seemed like it was 2 days ago when she had that orange sticking in her mouth.
Bad stuff, in my opinion, only because I've always gotten good labs, okay? First things first. Let's do the lesser of the two evils. I have a very bad vitamin D deficiency.
Are you flipping kidding me? I have had that myself. You just get a prescription and you take the prescribed dosage. That's not something to go berserk and lead people down a damn dead end road to surprise us with vitamin D deficiency? Girl, you trolling us.
Not surprised. For something like that to show up in your labs, you must be pretty freaking low, because I have been told by several doctors in the past that it's very common for a lot of people to be low and like, do you call them nutrients, vitamins, like whatever. But it's never to the point where, oh my God, you gotta take this pill, that pill, this pill, that pill.
It's no big deal, Amberlynn. I've had to do it 2 or 3 times. It's not a big deal.
So what my doctor did is she called in an actual prescription for vitamin D that I have to take one time weekly for 8 weeks. I'm just like, okay, I'm
You're being way, way, way over dramatic over low vitamin D. Very over dramatic.
shocked. But that's not where it ends. And I know a lot of people are probably like, that's all that's wrong with you. You have, like, vitamin D can cause depression. It can cause, like, low vitamin D, sorry. It can cause a lot of, like, side effects. And so can the next thing that I'm about to tell you guys, which actually scares me more.
You're being over dramatic about that vitamin D. You need to stop it.
I just feel kind of taken aback a little bit.
Tell us, damn it.
Because, A, this isn't the life I wanted for me. Everything already scares me, you guys. I have, like, a fear about everything.
Except being overweight.
So, like I said, this one doesn't surprise me. Sorry. I was looking down at my puzzle. You guys are sitting on my puzzle. I am anemic. I found out 5 minutes prior to filming this.
Okay, and I'm anemic right now myself. It ain't that big of a deal.
Let's do a little. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. And
Y'all, hold on just a minute. I gotta look at something. Just a minute. Okay, y'all. Thank you for bearing with me while I got off and searched something. I'm anemic. I'm taking folic acid right now every morning. And of course, I had never been anemic or had to take folic acid before I had gastric sleeve surgery, but it's just something I have to deal with. And I'm supposed to be taking B12 shots because my body is no longer producing B12 or it's not absorbing or something. I'm not taking the B12 shots like I'm supposed to. And I feel run down quite a bit. And being anemic can also make you feel run down. But anyway, it's not that big of a deal. My doctor, and I kind of felt like I was anemic because I stay cold. And when I had my labs done, he said he was going to put me on folic acid. So it's not that big a deal. It can be corrected or given medicine to help try to straighten it out. So she's over exaggerating again.
that scares me. But again, I'm not surprised. Because there is something. I know exactly what's causing it.
Did it?
Point blank, period.
Dr. Lynn, you're needed in room 2, please.
anemic, so don't come for me.
I think Beth is too.
This is just new news for me. Oh. They want me to get a multivitamin with iron. Okay, first of all, if you guys have been watching my channel for 6 years, I have bought multivitamins upwards to 10 times, and not once have I taken them. Maybe one time I popped one in my mouth. Because it's always a thought. Take me some multivitamins, ooh, so healthy, but I never take them, okay? Because, I don't know, I'm too lazy. No, I truly don't know why. I just, but they want, like I said, they want me to get multivitamin with iron. And I wrote all the notes down of what they wanted me to do. So they want to see if me taking the vitamin D, is it a supplement? I wrote all this down. Oh my god. Chicken Scratch has entered the chat. And then, okay, so the vitamin D supplement and then the iron multi with iron, they want me to do those things. And then I have another appointment with them in about a month.
You better get you some health insurance. Because the older you get, the more stuff starts happening. Now we're going to eat the really carby stuff.
Like, in the past, even in the most recent time, no doctors ever wanted a follow-up with me.
They probably couldn't stand the stench of you, so they didn't want you to come in the office.
But this one, okay, I'm going to do labs, and we're going to find out in a week what's wrong, and then you're going to come back and do testing after this medicine, and then, like, just so on it.
It's a new patient workup, Amberlynn.
Like, she is on it.
You are too with the stupidity. It's for real.
So I have an appointment with them in a month to see if the vitamins are working. And then I have another appointment with them actually, I'd say in about 2 weeks to see if the antibiotic I'm on now for my bladder infection is working. It seems like no antibiotics like me, I guess.
You gotta hurry.
Oh. I forgot. This is a rice cake
We know.
with caramel on it.
We know
These
it's a
are
rice
so
cake.
low calorie, but so just like satisfying.
Girl, they're carby.
And you can do so many things with them. Peanut butter.
Surprised she didn't say chocolate syrup.
I figured I'd have a little sweet.
Did she? Wait a minute.
Filling. And you can do so many things with them. Peanut butter. Boom. I figured I'd have a little sweet dessert moment.
I thought she said, I'm so full, but she said it's so good or something other. And you notice she ain't turning it down. Thought somebody was coming up to my house. They're jogging. You notice she didn't turn it down. She's going to keep on stuffing her mouth full.
I wonder how rice cakes are made.
Who gives a shit?
Like, are those actual, like, rice?
Google it, Porky
I feel like
Land.
it's not. Because rice is kind of high in calorie. What do I know?
I didn't say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing.
So good.
You say that about everything you eat.
I don't know. I kind of feel bad talking about these things because it's like there are worse things happening to good people out there than anemic and a vitamin D deficiency. Like, it's so stupid when I say it out loud. And it's like I sit here and I'm like, I'm scared, this is a big deal. When there's so much worse out there. I just feel stupid.
Is this your way of wanting people to have pity?
Calories on this meal are so low for how much it is, like volume wise. And I am actually leaving this meal full.
I'll be damn, John Brown. You just ate 2 platefuls of food and you have the audacity to tell us you're leaving full? Oh my God. Girl, you eat 3 times more than I do. When I was fat and eating all I'd eat, you eat way more than I did. There is no way I could have put all that in my stomach when I was at my heaviest. Oh my God. You got food on your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna put it in her
I'm
mouth?
talking to something, I swear it.
Oh, she didn't. I'm surprised. Now I'm wondering, did Becky and them take you out back and hose you off before you knocked her off? Or did you go funky smelling like always?
So, if you're going through something out there and I made you.
Girl, quit sticking your tongue out. Nobody wants to see that. It's disgusting. It's like a donkey, the way they stand there doing that thing. That's what it looks like. Stop it. There's Bob. He's sitting at the door looking. There goes that guy jogging again.
You feel frustrated or less than. I did not mean to because I know for me sometimes like hearing someone's problem and it being so just like tiny compared to mine, sometimes I get almost jealous of their problem, but then I have to realize that like their problem.
Y'all, I want y'all to, while we're sitting here and she's telling us that she has to realize, look at her fingers. They are filthy looking. They're absolutely filthy. I just thought about it and noticed it.
And with their life and their body and mind and heart and spirit,
Look at that other hand.
that problem might be really big to them, because there's this saying that I love: what's chaos to the fly is probably not chaos to the bee, or whatever. I know I said that wrong, but that's the biggest example I can think of. Like, it's such a good quote, honestly, because it's true. Like,
as John's Peanut Gallery says, the behemoths. Y'all look at the behemoth's fingers. They are filthy.
my problems that I consider, earth-shattering, to someone else might just be like a tiny little blimp in the road, So it makes me feel like kind of bad talking about all this. Like, I legitimately feel bad. So if you're going through something medically wrong, I'm sorry, and God, why am I so, like, I'm like so annoying, I'm so emotional, because I know there are people who are watching me who reach out and talk to me about their health issues, and you guys are always in my thoughts. Health stuff is scary, because sometimes you're not in control. Sometimes you are,
Yeah, it's funny. You clean 2 platefuls.
That was a good meal. And if you guys are wondering, I hear noises. I think Eric's watching TV. You guys sit on this container, which has my shoes in it. That's the only thing I have that will hold my food and also show you guys my food. So
if you didn't eat 2
you guys
plates,
need to mimic that very meal. You're gonna leave it stuffed. Like, I am full.
there's no way I could eat 2 of those sticks of celery. I might could eat 1, and that would be about it.
The gills. Is that a saying? I think it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know why, but I always have like maybe 4 things I want to like answer or talk about, and then I just like carry on with the same conversation the whole time. I think it's because normally what could be said in 5 minutes takes a lot longer to move on, because you're also eating and crunching and swallowing, chewing, drinking. Anyways, I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
And this concludes the talk with Dr. Amberlynn Reid, MD. Y'all, she didn't even tell us what that thing on her hand is for, but look how filthy her knuckles look. Girl, you forgot that concealer today. Okay. Now stop it. Bob's looking in at me. Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty. He sees me. Anyway, Dr. Lynn, I think you forgot to get your diploma. You need to go back to Emory University or wherever to doctor school, okay? Or the UAB in Birmingham, to the University of Alabama, Birmingham, and get your Dr. Lynn degree. Ugh. Nasty knuckle girl.